Good morning, good morning, good morning. Got some running around to do today, so let's see what we got as our main energy for this main focus for today. We got Mars. Is Mars up to something right now? We got Capricorn. We got the number 4. My son was calling me Capricorn. He used to be so upset about being a Capricorn. Ooh, crossroads, that's it. Didn't give me anything else about this timeline, just that there is a crossroads. There's a decision. That's what I'm getting here. There's a decision. What? There's a decision to be better than you were yesterday. Just point blank period. What? Who do you want to be? What? Wake up as that person. What? No. Nope. There's no excuses for it anymore. What? I said it. I used to say it before too. You would have asked me 10 years ago if I was going to be the kind of person who would roll out of bed and walk a dog 2 miles in the morning. I'd have told you you were crazy. If you would have told me I would have been into yoga, I'd have told you you were crazy. If you would have told me that I would eventually get the ability to go 6 months and longer, up to over 2 years without having to use your walker again, I'd have told you you were crazy. Other people might have even told you were crazy. Shit's crazy. What do we want to start with? I want to start with this. I'm not going to go for past lives, but I do want the dark shadow here. We expect our kids to do it. I mean, I don't know how many kids have seen it. You see it. You see it when that kid joins that team. When that kid finally finds that clique. When that kid finally finds that place. Like, regardless of what it is, they kind of change and warp into a little bit of a different person. This is very underlying, colorless angel there. Like when they want to join ROTC or if they want to join, you know what I'm saying? You see that shift, like everything in their life shifts around this new vision of themselves, right? And it's cool because it's their vision of themselves. So this is what it's calling on somebody now too. This is the crossroads. What vision of yourself do you see? Let's see what everybody's battling now. We got the narcissists, right? These guys do not want you to change. Nothing you do will ever make them happy enough. They will never be satisfied with the way things are, but they will never do anything to try to change the way things are because secretly they enjoy everybody being where they're at, easily controlled and manipulated. This person wants you to remember your role and know your lines when they're around, and everything will be smooth, right? They give with they don't never give, and they take with no remorse ever. You know, they're succubis, they're succubuses, they're the kind of person that leaves you drained, right? And it really boils down to this person is skinny and weak and sickly and terrified, and that's why they're so cruel to everybody around them, but that's just what it is. It's nothing you did personally to them. You can't change that person. Anybody who's dealing with it, you can't change that person. You did not create them. You know, they were created the same way all of us are fucked up or created, but childhood trauma, that's it. Right? I get there's a lot of energy of a lot of people feeling alone in the world. I like how they made it the 6. That is my rite of passage number, right? Feeling alone in the world, misunderstood, right? Sleep perchance to dream. Just sleeping more to kill time, right? But I think dreams are starting to get to people because it's getting ready for a calling of the storm here. There's a storm brewing, which is interesting because there is a very cold front storm creator, this front washing over the United States right now. So there's definitely big changes for us. I love it because I was forced to move from South Carolina to Illinois, and I'm loving the fact that if I've got to be cold, all y'all gonna be cold with me. Right? Here's a big wake-up call. I'm just getting, it's like this giant, you know the ALS challenge? That's what I'm thinking of, right? That's kind of what's about to happen across the United States. That's the energy flow that's coming with this cold front with the weather, right? It's like this giant cold bucket of water just being dumped over the United States. Everybody getting really cold is going to realize how much you miss having cuddle buddies. Be mindful, guys, with all that coming on. Make sure if you're going to be cold, make sure your pipes are running, your heaters are on, you have alternate sources of heat, right? Make sure you have alternate sources of heat. Right? If you've got terracotta pots and stuff like that, it's real easy to make a mini space heater for a small room with some terracotta pots. Right? Look up different ways that you can make a heater. Kids are out of school, have some fun with it, figure out a way to make a heater. You guys can experiment in different ones before the storm actually hits, and then that way you have them set up and ready to go when the time comes. Ooh! You got the devil on the bottom here, right? That Capricorn card on the bottom, then we got the tower slipped out on its own. Interesting. A lot of queen energy going on here, right? Definitely divine feminine energy that's like all over the 3D, right? They're the ones that are having the main influence and impact on the 3D right now. And they're the ones that have caught everybody's attention, right? Like, she's like in control. I love this card. Like, this is the whole concept of it, right? The way she's holding on to that web. Right, and she's like, she's got the spider. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of the spider lady in that movie Kroll too. Whenever I see this card, that's like what she would look like if her hair was down when she was young. Anyway, my bad. If you've never seen it, look it up. It's probably found on YouTube or something. It's a very old movie. Anyway, so we have the Queen of Wands as a deep underlying energy here on the 3D. We got the Queen of Cups starting out, right? We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles here, right? So someone's operating from a divine feminine center. They're grounded in it. There is some to a lot of anxiety, right? There's a lot of facing the mirror here. It's hard to be seen, right? Like, I get the idea, like, everybody's always got a camera on you and things like that, and it feels weird type of energy. Right, it's a rough energy to always be on camera, right? Like, and especially for people in my generation. I don't know if you guys deal with that, but it's like when someone just walks up to you and sticks you on FaceTime, you're like, dude, what's the pleasure on being seen by anybody today? There's a reason I'm still in my pajamas. I was having, enjoying my day here. Eight of Pentacles, working on that skill, right? Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles. It's a little bit of a... Yeah, they're working on it, right? Working on it, like trying to accept it as the new normal, but it's still weird, right? For introverts, this whole new thing where like people just run up and shove a camera in your face is a little bit off-putting. Alright. On the 40, there's some disappointments, right? I feel like there's been some missed opportunities, like... Yeah, there's definitely been some disappointments that have happened, but they've taught you lessons on where to put your healthy boundaries at, right? They've given you this extra strength. It's like, what? Yeah, well, that happened. Well, now I know I need to put defenses up here. Okay, well, that happened. Well, now I know I need to put a hard defensive line here, I feel like this is definitely someone who... On the 3D, they would have never really gotten a whole lot of attention probably when they were younger, so that's why they'd struggle with dealing with attention now. And it's when you're a people pleaser and stuff like that in those type of situations, it's like you have to learn how to put all these boundaries up. And I think the same thing's kind of gone with being seen, things being on the internet, stuff like that, like videos and FaceTimes and reels and stories and all this other bullshit, and like getting not wanting to disappear, but at the same time, it's like, tripping and stumbling while learning where to put a healthy boundary at. There's been some laziness here, right, that could have caused some problems for sure. There's definitely been some debauchery, right? So I feel like this could even be it, right? This person's had a lot of disappointments. This is the healthy boundaries that they've had to learn how to draw, right? And it all has to do with what? It's like, well, what when I was doing stuff that was making me lazy, and I was, I like the way they have debauched in this card. Where's my phone? I'm going to look up the word debauched. I'm getting the image of... just doing stuff to just as a distraction, right? And it was toxic. Like the amount of distracting you were doing is what was making this person lazy. Of course, I got a text message. Yeah, excessive, indulgent, and sensual pleasures. Yeah, so there you go. There's that addiction card, right? Those things that make you lazy. Doing things that make you lazy, right? Because you got injustice here at the end, right? This person has a guilty heart, right? Or a heavy heart on the matter. What I always say when I see this card, it's all about have you operated from a heart-based center. Depends on how heavy your heart is as to whether it's as light as a feather, right? This person, I believe, like, they carry this weight. They carry a weight of knowing that's what they did, right? That's what's caused the disappointments. But that's what taught them where to draw the lines, right? It's like, you can't always be there for everybody. And you gotta be careful not to pick up somebody else's toxic routines. On the 5D, we've got the Chariot, the Sun, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the World. No, I cannot make it up. It is all entirely and on the bottom. And over here. I wasn't really paying attention to that, but this is the first time I think I've ever really noticed this many major arcana popping out at once, right? The Wheel of Chariot, I like how it has just the one thing there. Fate is rolling, destiny is rolling. There's no choice to it, right? It's like, hide from the sun all you want, but it's not going to happen for you, right? There's always going to be phases. There's always going to be secrets. You can't always tell everybody everything that's going on in your head, right? It's kind of the message I'm getting. You can't tell everybody everything all the time. That's just how it is, right? You'll lose your mind. The Wheel of Fortune is getting ready to turn. Right, the World card right there is opening up for somebody. is possible to be afraid of fame and fortune. That is totally a thing that can keep you from getting it, right? You block it yourself because you don't want it, because it scares you. I have no joke, it happens all the time. Right? We get the Page of Pentacles, right? Ace of Staves. Here's this reversed energy again. Reverse justice. Yeah. I get there was definitely somebody who was involved here, right? Could have been this person, like I said, he could have overspent, overindulging. I get this is the big D energy card, right? This is just overindulging and overspending in a bad area, right? And doing stuff that they knew was detrimental to whatever you were doing, or whatever you were doing, you knew it was detrimental to what you were doing. It was too good to be true. Like, I have a feeling you knew that, though. Like, it's like it was too good to be true. What I allowed it to make me lazy. I allowed it to distract me. I overspent. I exuded energy. I feel guilty about it, right? 5 of Pentacles left me out in the cold. Knocked me off balance and created my 9 of Staves. Yeah. It laid me left out in the cold. 2 of Cups, out of balance. But that's where you learned how to put those healthy boundaries, right? That's how you learn how to build them up, by mistakes. 9 of Coins, 10 of Cups. Right, immediately once you have these healthy boundaries set up, you're able to start focusing back on what you're supposed to be focusing on, right? Which is the 9 of Cups, which is bringing in that prosperity, right? Where your focus goes is where your energy is going to go. So if you're focusing on maintaining your prosperity and your abundance, right, you're heading right back towards that 10 of Cups energy, that harmony energy. 9 of Staves, getting ready to make a big move. Oh. Excuse me. 9 of Staves. Yeah. Sword away. This one kind of trips me out. Something my daughter said. She goes, if you're going to jump out a window, why would you jump head first? Like, what? She said, because all the other cards, the head's down. They're like, these are the only people that are like they're naturally falling out of a window. After this tower, there definitely is some movement here with this 9 of Staves, right, is on the move here. 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups, the Magician, 7 of Staves, and the Hierophant, right? I get a bit of nostalgia playing here, possibly coming together in celebration with people from the past. Could have a lot to do with the holiday season. I mean, that's not really that unusual to predict that this time of year, is it? Anyway. I get the Magician and the Hierophant with the 7 of Staves in between them, and it just seems like, it can kind of two energies that manifest in 2 different ways, but they respect each other, right? But there's like this healthy line in between them. It's like, look, I manifest my energy this way and I see it this way, right? Hierophant, I manage it through, discipline and tradition, right? And this person's like, well, I manifest like a motherfucking magician with the energies in the universe. And they're like, okay, well, that's great. We can still be friends, but, you can keep your woo on that side of the fence. I don't know, people like to blame witchcraft for things like people having, like, addictions and shit like that. It's like, no. People that are haunted. I'll take my kind of crazy over other people's kind of crazy any day of the week. Like, I don't understand people who are mean. Like, I mean, that's what makes me mad, man. I don't understand why people are mean. Like, I know I sound like such a naive little child about it, but it doesn't make any logical sense to me, so it just drives me up the wall. I don't know, I like common sense and efficiency and some sort of organization, and I just like, why is everybody gotta be mean? And vindictive. I mean, some of these people are just nasty for no reason. I mean, that's my definition of ugly. Ugly is not how a person looks, man. It's what they do, right? It's how they act. It's how their energy flows. I don't care how good looking you are. If you do nasty, shady shit to people, you have a nasty, shady energy. And I don't know, I think you're gross. I think you're gross. This is a wasting of time on those kind of energies, right? For where I was picking up on the front line that's on the 3D there. Now I was talking about how getting used to getting attention and shit like that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The people who like you will like you, and the haters will actually still get you an attention. Because even if someone doesn't like your stuff, it doesn't matter. Just them. You'd be surprised how long haters will keep a damn channel going, right? It's like what? All my suckers, like what? The guaranteed. I get guaranteed 3 views on every video I do, no matter what I do or how I post it, how long or short it is. It's like what? I know that 2 of the people, one is a really good friend, one is been following me from the beginning, and the other is a hater. A hater. And it's crazy. Because it doesn't matter, your views still count. Your comments count too, even though people can't see them. That's what's funny. These haters will be leaving comments, man. You can block them, they'll still leave comments. You still get credit for their comments. It still counts as shit for you. Clicks are clicks. The algorithm really don't care too much. I like the child card, right? It's that energy of being who you were before the world stomped all over you and told you otherwise, right? Remembering who you were before the world got its hands all over you. Wisdom. Getting that mother maiden and crone energy going there. There's that owl again. And I had that dream with those 2 owls in it, and then the eagle was in the garage, and then I saw 2 owls a couple nights later, and then on my YouTube feed they started popping up all these videos about how like owls and eagles are mortal enemies. So, wow, that's funny. But I'm getting that mother, the maiden, and the crone, right? Going through all these phases in your lives. I also get the sun, moon, and rising. Look up your sun, moon, and rising. Right? Because your sun will be your child maiden energy. Your rising is like your midlife energy, right? You come into your rising when your Saturn return around 30. And then around 60, when your Saturn return again, you go into your crone phase, right? And that's when you lean more into your moon sign. So the evolution of your personality, most generally with astrology, will shift from, like me, I'll be more Aries-like until I hit about 30, and then I start leaning more into my Leo side. And then by the time I'm 60, I'm going to be a crafty old Sagittarius. We got fractured, we got resilience, and we got intuition. I know if you feel broken right now, don't, right? You always get that cracks is where the light gets in. It's also where your light gets out if you wear a star seed, right, or earth seed, right? It's always about how you repair the china with gold and it makes it more valuable. That's the resilience you're going to need to call on now, right? It's like how the lotus has to grow in the muck, in the mud, in a gross ass swamp. It has to grow its way up to the surface, and then as it grows up and spring blooms, the water clears and it blooms out, and it's one of the most beautiful flowers in the world. You just gotta keep following your intuition. Keep following your intuition. It's about to be a big wake-up call for everybody, right? You've been dealing with these type of people. Now you feel kind of alone in the world because you've had to cut everybody off that was attached to that. At least called your energy back. Even if you didn't physically leave and all that, you've called your energy back, or you're calling your energy back, and it makes you feel very alone in the world, right? Dreams stay dreams until you put them into reality, right? Don't try to sleep your life away, right? That's dangerous. That's the addiction energy there, right? Whatever it is you're doing, I don't care if you're legally prescribed it, if you're taking it to the point of excess and just numb yourself to be lazy, don't do that. It's not worth it, right? It's time for you to use this time to call in your own energy and call in the storm, right? A long time ago I drew a picture and I wish I could find it, and it was someone that was sitting in the middle of the eye of like a hurricane, right? And it was the back of them, they're sitting in Indian style, right? Or crisscross applesauce or whatever, yoga legs, whatever. And you could see the storm spinning around and like hands reaching out. And it was just like, the imagery was if you snatch one of those hands, they're going to snatch you into the storm. That's specific for somebody. Be mindful. If you're the one calling the storm, you're gonna have to sit there and ride that storm, right? You can't stick your hand out. If you stick your hand out into the storm, you'll get snatched into the storm. You're going to have to sit still while the storm rolls through and does what it's about to do. Okay? Alright, blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love you. I'm going to be back as soon as I can, I promise. I'm going to try to do some more today.